I don't know if you have, or anything that plays music in your car as you're driving along and you're playing the music. Watch the people that are walking along the street, and you'll notice that the people walk in beat with the music that you're listening to.
So you're saying that we shouldn't pay attention to the road and we should pay attention to the people walking? I just want to be clear.
Well, you should be watching, while you're driving, you're supposed to pay attention to all the directions around you. You're supposed to know where you are on the earth, and the earth is traveling at 24,000 miles. Well, no, but there's certain things you should, But so the Gestalt psychologists think that there's something structurally. So if something's screwed up with your structure, for example, if you have fetal alcohol, that's a result of mom having alcohol in her system while your cells are trying to connect and there's not enough oxygen for them to achieve contact. And so, yes, you've never heard this?
Well, I've heard of it, but it's like, how does it relate to driving?
If your fetal alcohol spectrum disorder is bad enough, you will not be able to concentrate and plan ahead and drive safely. I know, because remember, I adopted a child that turned out to have fetal alcohol, and we had him take his driver's lesson at Chugiak High School, and the very first experience, the driver kicked him out of the car and said, "This person shall never learn to drive, never teach him to drive," etc. Because he's not capable of it, right? So that was that experience. And by the way, he had a girlfriend at one point that thought, being the girlfriend, she ought to let the boy drive. So she gave him the keys to her car.
Passenger princess.
They were parked at the Potter Marsh to look at the birds. And when they were going to come back, she gave him the keys and let him drive. And the very first thing he did was pull out in front of somebody, and they had an accident.
Is he okay?
They lived, but
The car didn't?
well, I suppose the car was pretty well damaged. But no, don't let this child, adult now, cannot, tell time, can't make change. There's a whole bunch of things that, the doctor tested and said, no, they can't do this, can't do this, can't do this, can't do this, etc.
Well, that must be like,
So there are structural things that could go wrong with your brain, and when that happens, you're in trouble, right? As an individual, you're not going to be able to do things that require that. The structure may be physical. In fact, that makes absolute sense. If you're trying to get a chimpanzee to do something, chances are, the chimpanzee isn't going to do something that we know is associated primarily, technically, with humans, right, etc. So the structural argument is certainly there. But then the next one that comes up, well, I guess Freud, everyone's familiar with Freud, and Freud is going to give us the idea that we go through stages as we're growing, right? This was a horrific experience for humans as well, to discover that we have, at least as Freud considered it at the time, an unconscious, which makes us do things, so that it's not our own decision that we're going to do this. It's an unconscious drive that could be a result of something that happened to us in our childhood, the way our mother or father or somebody treated us, etc., so that we've got all these unconscious demons, perhaps, that are making us do different things. So that was another attempt to explain where this structure comes from. But the big one comes with Hegel, and the idea that it's a big interaction between us and the society that we're living in. And society teaches us a language, which, if you think, well, that's your operating system, basically. You've got a language that's going to help structure the way you perceive the world, right? So if you're familiar with differences between, say, a Western European kind of a linear language compared to, say, Chinese, which is kind of like a pictorial language. Apparently, studies show that people that speak Chinese view the world very differently than people that view it from a Western European language. And by the way, it gets really interesting because when they have someone who's Chinese but has also learned English, they can react to those tests as Chinese or English. So the language is clearly a means by which they're perceiving the world, etc. Right? That's the Sapir-Whorf hypothesis. Let me out of this. Go. That's another one. You also get Viktor Frankl, who is absolutely amazing, and he gives you logotherapy, which is basically the meaning of your experience. Logotherapy, for example, when an individual was having difficulties, he would not just talk with the individual. He wanted all the family there to try to see how they all interact with one another, because any issues that a particular individual has would be a reaction to the social situation that's kind of setting that up.
What was the quiz question for today?
Yeah, I was just thinking, the quiz question for today was supposed to be if a tree falls in the forest and there's no one there to hear it, does it make a sound? But I already used that one.
What's your favorite kind of ice cream? Should I be our question?
What if you don't like ice cream?
Then you write something else.
Wrong sound.
Okay, I'll go with this. What's your favorite ice cream?
Ice cream. Yeah.
Trick question, what if you like sherbet?
That's close enough. We get you orange sherbet.
Question, what if you pronounce sherbet?
What is sherbet in
Or is
French?
it sherbet?
These people know everything.
that's the one. No, I say sherbet.
I say sherbet, I'm the one.
Is sherbet kosher?
Sherbet.
It can be, right?
Sherbet.
What's that one movie? No, with the really nerdy guy with like glasses and he has like a girlfriend and she's like,
No, that's weird. But it's good.
Name
I think
The Big Bang Theory?
No.
She's all that?
no. There's one scene where she goes down a water
Sherman?
slide.
And Mr. Peabody?
It's a movie.
That's what I thought. I thought it was to be buying Sherman.
I was gonna say, his name starts with an N.
Ever had
Norbit, yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I was envisioning something.
By the end of you don't you kind of want to get some ice cream.
There's a difference because like the.
I have ice cream.
See, I watched one.
Although we currently aren't buying more ice cream because my wife, at the moment, can't have any.
Oh, yeah.
She can have some frozen yogurt.
You should just hide it in something that does not look like ice cream.
I suppose.
Sorry, we got sidetracked. What was the question?
What's your favorite?
What's your favorite ice
What's your
cream?
favorite ice
That was, if anybody asks me, I'm gonna say Amanda asked the question. Because I used up my questions for today.
Oh, there's like a churro ice cream though, too.
But, you know, there's a trick to this question, Amanda. You have to also answer why it is that you like ice cream.
I'll say.
What structured your mind? So,
I don't like it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I like it, but I'm like
Eskimo ice cream. I had Eskimo ice cream once.
Aguda is good, but it's not made with dairy.
It's made with whale fat, right?
Yeah, or carrot fat, or like, especially with the kazoo.
Yeah.
I just made Aguda actually.
Remember, everyone, that there's a philosophy conference this weekend. So if you have a chance, Friday and Saturday, we have lectures and student papers. It's on our webpage. So if you go to the philosophy webpage, I'll show you. Department of Philosophy, and here's the conference. Please visit us.
the test essay questions. Yeah, I answered the one, or not fully, but I'm not finished with it. And that was on test one. But like, I'm gonna talk to my advisor about taking a withdrawal. Just in like,
You don't need to withdraw from this course, because anything remember, I grade based on your volume of answers, whether there's no right or wrong answer. I'm just encouraging you to write what you think, so you don't have to worry about, you can still get an A. And it's based on what you say.
And pretty much everything's due at the end of the semester still, right?
Yeah, so you have until then. You didn't lose any points yet or anything. So relax. Enjoy this course. This is the funnest course you can possibly ever imagine having.
yeah.
I will try and attend the April 1st one.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
If not, then
Unless you're
There's food.
unless
There
you're
will be
just
food.
joking about
Okay, well, I'm
April
not
1st one.
No, I'm not. I'm not joking, actually.
I will.
I'm deadly serious about it
Definitely.
because what I've learned is that a lot of people who've never had this kind of experience before or never have even written lengthy essays of any sort, they're so anxious about being wrong or saying something that, you know, is wrong that I'm trying to reassure them, don't worry about thinking that you could be wrong. I'm just interested in you yourself saying what you think and using, enough vocabulary basically for you to have the experience of talking about philosophy and thinking about these issues. So what you think is, it's your opinion. I'm not going to say your opinion can't possibly be your opinion, you're wrong. No, your opinion is your opinion. So thank you for sharing your opinion with me. A for you. If you send me 295 words and I'm asking for 300, I might send you an email back. Can't you just add 5 more words? And that's, can't you just add 5? And so you already got enough. Just reply no. And that will be 8 words, right? So that will do it. Because I actually I do a word count, and you get, relax, enjoy this course. I don't know what's making you worried about passing the course.
I will persevere.
This is not that kind of course. It's not biology or chemistry where you actually can't do certain things because you blow up the lab,
Thank you. I
You're
needed that
welcome.
little.
Yeah, you need more cheering. That was right there. It's a lost chair, actually. There's no idea why it's over here. I guess some people actually sit in.
Well,
Not mine.
I won't withdraw from this class.
Well, thank you. Hey, yeah, you'll be fine.
Or not a hard bargain. I will. Yeah, it's just weird thinking about things as just like concepts and not this is how it is.
Right. Well, that's. I would imagine for most people, the first time you take a philosophy course, it will feel like that. Blew my head up, when I was like, boom. Metaphorically, of course. Notice I still have it. Katie.
Yeah. So you have the meetings with your friend at 6 p.m. every day, right?
I do.
So I was talking to my brother, and he normally works at that time. He's in New Mexico, and he's 2 hours ahead, but he thought it would be fun if we could join on Friday, because he doesn't work that time on Friday. Because my brother and I join.
Yeah, Friday should be fine.
Right. Is it just the same link that you sent me that one time?
For there's a link for the 12 o'clock one and a link for the 6 o'clock. But yes, I think it was a 6 o'clock. So yep, same link. You'd be welcome to visit.
Oh yeah, my brother and I will probably join on Friday.
Cool. Let me think. What's Friday? Oh, you know what though? come to think of it, because Friday is the thing. This particular Friday, which is March 31st from 5:30 to 7, Joseph will be there. So Joseph will be on, the link will be on, and you can join Joseph. But I won't be there because I'll be listening to Lee McBride.
Yeah, I might go to.
This is supposed to be Zoomed as well. So it might be, once we figure out, I don't know if Joel has figured out how to do it. He's never done this before. But people in IT know how to do it. So hopefully we will get a Zoom. And so actually you could go and visit this, you and your brother if you like.
Yeah, maybe.
Or no, Saturday is the same problem. So this weekend is not the right weekend for that. Normally it would be.